Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NFL matches that is happening on Thursday, October 12th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Denver Broncos vs. Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs picked off their fourth straight win, their third by 8 points or less. They did have a big scare on offense when tight end Travis Kelce rolled his ankle and was removed from the game in the second quarter. After X-rays returned negative, he would return to action in the second half, catching a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes and finishing the day with a season-high 10 catches. His status is questionable for Thursday night. Mahomes will be ready after going 31-41 for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Kansas City QB is 6th in the league with 10 touchdown passes and has been sacked only 4 times, the least of any quarterback with 5 starts under their belt this season. The Vikings put up 20 on the Chiefs' defense, the second straight game that they had allowed 20 points, but over the last 4 games opponents have averaged just 14.8 points per game against them. On the year, they've allowed 16 points per game, tied for 5th lowest average in the game, and just 5.9 yards per pass attempt, the 6th lowest mark. As these two teams meet for their first encounter of the year, they appear to be operating on vastly different levels. Denver is facing significant challenges, securing only one victory against the struggling Bears by a narrow 3-point margin. However, they've also suffered 2 losses by 2 points or fewer. Meanwhile, the Chiefs have engaged in competitive matches, dominating Chicago with a 31-point margin in their lone blowout and experiencing a close loss by just 1 point in Week 1. Mahomes continues to elevate his performance each week and stands out as the most resilient quarterback of the season. Notably, Denver is allowing the highest average yards through the air, conceding 9.1 yards per pass play and 13 touchdowns. Should they fail to apply pressure on Mahomes, even with Kelce dealing with some injuries, the Broncos could find themselves in significant jeopardy. With the Chiefs holding a remarkable 14-game winning streak in this series, it seems unlikely to be broken anytime soon. Considering Denver's performance this season, my preference is for Kansas City to cover the points in this matchup. It was another disaster for Denver this past weekend as they were unable to carry momentum from their lone win the week prior. Down 3 and driving in the final minutes, Russell Wilson was flushed out of the pocket but found space to run before getting tracked down from behind and fumbling the ball. The QB's 196 passing yards were his lowest since Week 1, and he was sacked 4 times after being sacked just once in each of his prior 2 performances. The Broncos' offense managed just 308 total yards in the game and fumbled the ball to the Jets 3 times, including the final one on Wilson, which was returned for a touchdown. They also had nearly 10 minutes less in time of possession than their opponent and have averaged 27:19 per game with the ball, 26th in the league. Denver's run defense continues to fail them, as they allowed a porous 234 yards and 7.3 yards per carry versus the Jets. They allow 187.6 rushing yards per game, which is 33 yards more than any other team is giving up. 8 of the 10 first downs that New York got on the day came via the rush. The total points scored have exceeded the set mark in all 3 recent meetings between these teams and in 4 out of the last 6 encounters, with the average combined points in the last 3 matchups reaching 55 per game. The Broncos have witnessed their last 4 games surpassing the set total, while the Chiefs have experienced 2 of their last 3 games going over. Considering Kansas City's impressive offensive performance, averaging 30.3 points per game in their recent 3 matchups, I anticipate a significant offensive output from them. Despite challenges, Wilson is currently tied for 2nd in the league with 11 touchdown passes, showcasing his ability to guide the Broncos into the end zone. Over their last 4 games, Denver has maintained an offensive average of 26.3 points per game, suggesting that they are likely to contribute substantially to the overall scoring. Opt for the over.